Opening the arrogant strike. The stars over Cygnus Delta IV were calm that night, too calm for what was about to unfold. The alien warlord Drexion Tor looked upon the human colony with contempt. His fleet, a wall of obsidian ships edged in crimson light, hung above the fragile settlements like vultures circling carrion. Primitive, he sneered. Their homes are wood and steel. Their weapons are tools, not arms. They have no fleets here, no defenses worth the name. We will burn them for sport. And so they did. Plasma lances carved through orbit, hammering the surface below. Children screamed in the night as the colony crumbled into ash. Drexion Tor watched with satisfaction as human bodies littered the burning streets. One vessel tried to rise, a merchant freighter unarmed and desperate. Laughter rolled through the alien comms. Let it flee. Let it carry tales of terror back to Earth. Fear is sharper than fire. But the freighter did not flee. It tried to ram them. Its hull cracked, its engines shattered, and it fell burning into the ocean below. Drexion Tor raised his clawed hand. Send word to the Council. Humanity has no teeth. They are prey, nothing more. Tension build. The galaxy laughs. The news spread like wildfire through the stars. In the assembly halls of the Threx Dominion, alien senators mocked the humans. They write poetry, one laughed. They farm their planets, they waste decades debating, and yet they think themselves warriors. In the pirate dens of the Outer Claw, mercenaries toasted human weakness. To Earth, they jeered, may it be stripped bare before it ever lifts a blade. The galaxy's predators believed Earth was too civilized, too fractured, too soft. They boasted that no human fleet would rise, no soldier could answer. Humanity, they said, was done. But there was one whisper, one ember in the dark. Reports of a ship that should not exist. A ghost vessel. A vessel no human had the resources to build, nor the will to launch. And it was said to be commanded by a man who had already died. The turning point, silence breaks. The silence came first. Alien patrols vanished along the Perseus Arm. Pirate stations stopped transmitting. Whole convoys of Dominion warships disappeared into nothing. At first, no one believed it. Surely it was rebellion, sabotage, internal betrayal. Not humans, not them. Then came the broadcasts. Cold, ruthless, inescapable. You have harmed what is ours. You celebrated while our children burned. You thought us incapable of wrath. You were wrong. The message echoed across the galactic net, stamped with one name, Commander Elias Cade. But Cade was dead. He had died in the fall of Titan Station 5 years earlier. Every record, every eyewitness confirmed it. His body had been buried with honors, his name etched on Earth's memorial wall. And yet here he was, alive, speaking, leading. The ship he commanded was no freighter, no destroyer, no battleship. It was something else entirely, an amalgam of dreadnoughts and lost human prototypes, stitched together in silence, forged in secrecy. The Eidolon. A ship that should not exist. A ship that bore the scars of 10 fleets, yet sailed like it was born from Earth's fury itself. And where it went, annihilation followed. Climax, retribution unleashed. The first confrontation came in the Terralith Expanse, where 50 alien warships blocked the trade lanes. They mocked the human broadcast. They bluff, they send ghosts and lies. This ship is nothing but propaganda. Then the stars went dark. The Eidolon emerged, eclipsing the suns. Its hull was a patchwork of stolen alloys and earth-forged steel, layered in black armor that shimmered like an abyss. Its engines whispered like thunder, Its weapons hummed with restrained violence. One warning was given: leave the lanes or be erased. The aliens laughed. They fired. The response was biblical. Columns of antimatter fire tore through their ranks. Missiles that split into 100 fragments shattered hulls like glass. Rail cannons cracked the void, their shockwaves rattling ships light years away. In minutes, 50 warships became wreckage, their burning carcasses drifting in silence. Survivors screamed over open comms as the Eidolon moved through them like judgment itself. Word spread, but instead of slowing, the retribution grew. Entire Dominion fleets launched to hunt the Eidolon and were obliterated. Their dreadnoughts fell in storms of kinetic fire. Their carriers ruptured, spilling molten debris into orbit. The galaxy watched in terror as battle after battle ended the same way. One human ship against many. And always the many burned. But the ship was not alone. Shadow fleets of Earth followed in its wake, dreadnoughts that had been hidden, carriers that had never been declared, soldiers trained in silence. Humanity had waited, building in the dark while the galaxy mocked them. Now the storm had come. The dead man's command. Aliens demanded answers. How does he live? How does the ship exist? Rumors multiplied. Some said Cade had never died, that Earth had faked his death to free him from treaties. Others whispered he had been resurrected by forbidden sciences. Some swore he was no man at all, but Earth's vengeance made flesh. Whatever the truth, the fact remained. He commanded the impossible. His fleet struck with precision, never random slaughter, never waste. They hunted those who had harmed humanity, those who had laughed at their pain, those who thought humans powerless. On the burned soil of Cygnus Delta IV, survivors looked to the sky as alien fortresses rained fire back upon themselves, turned by human hacking into weapons of self-destruction. They whispered one name: Eidolon. And they knew Earth had not forgotten. Retribution without mercy. The galaxy had underestimated humanity's silence. They mistook restraint for weakness, patience for fear. Now restraint was gone. Entire constellations lit like funeral pyres. Human dreadnoughts blacked out suns as they emerged in formation, their hulls like mountains, their weapons like storms. Orbital strikes fell like rain, each one a city ending in fire. Alien war councils broke into panic. What are they? How could prey become predators? Why do they not stop? The answer was simple. Because humanity was not there to fight. They were there to finish. The Eidolon's fleet moved relentlessly, a tidal wave of annihilation. Where aliens had laughed, there was now only silence. Where they had mocked, there was only ruin. Resolution, the whispered fear. At last, the galaxy quieted. The Dominion's banners fell to ash. Pirate dens lay empty. The outer claw turned its guns upon itself, preferring suicide to the Eidolon's shadow. In the shattered remains of a once mighty fleet, survivors floated in the dark. Their comms whispered, broken and afraid. Never provoke Earth again, never. In the halls of power, alien senators shivered. No more laughter, no more jeers, only the dread of a truth none could deny. Humanity's patience was vast, measured in decades of insult and restraint. But their vengeance was infinite. And at the heart of that vengeance sailed the impossible. The ship that should not exist. The man who should be dead. Together, they had taught the galaxy its final lesson. Mock humanity at your peril. Harm them and you invite extinction. The stars themselves seemed to whisper it. carried on the silence of wrecked fleets and dead empires. Never provoke Earth again.